the same with Korea, right?
He's pretending to be tough on him because he doesn't want Interpol submitting documents.
Yeah.
If he creates a war situation with Russia, then all of a sudden Russia can't pass on documents about how Trump and Putin have been in collusion.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Now you go.
There we
all right,
go.
well,
Have a
thanks,
nice
David.
day, Dave.
Anyways, the first part of your thing was pretty good.
Then.
I appreciate the call. Thanks. Okay, let's take a call from Joe in Wyandotte. Hey, Joe, how you doing?
Thanks for that laugh. I got a great laugh out of the clown there at the end.
No,
he's
not a clown. He's not a clown.
He had
somebody
some
we
good
disagree
points.
with.
He just disagrees, and that's fine.
Anyway.
We haven't had a liberal caller in a long time, so it was kind of refreshing.
Yeah.
That
was
Two things on the census thing. You've probably seen on Facebook and Twitter. I'm encouraging conservatives in California, New York, and other deep blue states do not fill out the census.
Right.
Do not help blue states get more
shrink the rolls
representation.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just refuse to send in the census. Undercount the blue states because they won't be undercounted really because all the illegals will be piling on.
Right. Oh, that's a great idea,
we cut
Joe.
The census.
Well, there you go. So all you Republicans and conservatives out there in California and
New York City,
and
all five of you.
But Gary, you kind of touched on, alluded a bit to the point I was calling in to make, and you made it. If I were Trump, I would have ordered the census be printed both ways and said, it's the Democrats' fault. This is in court. It's not settled. We don't have time. We've got to print it both ways. They're responsible for this wasted money, and kept challenging it in the court. And by the time it kept dragging it out, and when it came time for the actual mailing, sign an executive order sending out the one with the citizenship question and say, screw you, do something about it now. I dare you.
Yeah.
Tough.
Well,
what are you
make it
going
a
to do,
lottery
court?
scratch-off
You
question.
have no enforcement mechanism.
Yeah. The only problem with that is I don't know how many questionnaires they actually print off. 300-400. Do they do one per person? No, one per family.
It's sampling too.
One per household.
One per household. So 100 million, 200 million. I don't know.
We have 350 million people in the country.
So call it 3.5, so 100 million. That's a lot of printing, man. I don't know that you'd want to double it up. But like I said, if you put it on the questionnaire, just don't ask it.
Or
put a
scratch off on it, you know?
And there you go. Yes. Print it with the
Like a lotto
scratch off.
ticket,
Leave it off. Leave it unscratched until the court's done. Yeah, what else you got, Joe?
Well, that's it. You touched on it. All the other questions aren't intrusive or offensive, and they've been there for years. I mean, give me a break. It's completely absurd. And these Democrats, I hope they keep it up with these absurd arguments. It's been on there forever. Obama took it off. There was no question about his motivation for removing it.
Yep.
So it's complete bullpucky.
Yeah. And to your point, Joe,
here's is irrelevant.
So here's your point. Why didn't the Republicans make a stink when they took it off?
Exactly.
What? Hello, Republicans. You just let Obama walk all over you. The Democrats walk all over.
I didn't notice.
I would have noticed, right?
Yeah. All right. Take care, my friends. I love you guys.
Love you too. Thanks, Joe. Take care.
Wow, on topic and short.
Yeah, kind of nice. Let's talk to Jimmy from Manchester. Jimmy, welcome to the show.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
I like Joe's idea. I think that works in some states. I don't think it would work here. I don't think it's a good idea to do it here, but he's right about that. Just don't fill it out at all. As a matter of fact, I had this conversation about 10 years ago with Dave Rohn on his show. There's only one question on the census that you have to answer, and that's how many people live in your house. That's it. That's it.
And the question is,
they can put all the other questions on there they want. I don't care. I ain't paying any attention to any of them.
Yeah.
The question is, what did the founders mean by that? By people in your house? You know, to me, I think it was implied that they were counting citizens.
Yeah.
Well, they were counting it for apportionment of taxation and districting.
Yeah.
So that's what they were doing it for, and that's all it's for. So that's the only question I answer. So you can put any question you want on there.
Yeah.
And when the census lady shows up at my house and says, you didn't fill it out all the way, I'm going to say, well, I'm done anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I fulfilled my obligation.
And to be honest with you, the whole thing's moot. You know what? Build the darn wall, secure the border so you know who's coming in and coming out. Then we'll deal with the illegals that are here later. We can be as humanitarian or as authoritarian as we want. We'll figure out that medium that everyone can be happy with. Kick some out, keep some here, whatever. Do the DACA, partial DACA, whatever. But let's start with building the wall so it's not like Reagan.
The wound.
Right? Yes.
Right.
Staunch
And
the wound.
And the wall is being built, whether they like to talk about it or not. It is. It's being built by private contractors. It's being built by government contractors. It's amazing that the private contractors are doing it cheaper and faster and better than the government contractors because, well, they're idiots and they milk the system. But you're absolutely right. The whole thing's a moot point, especially after Sunday. Let's kick them out of here. Come on. You people have been deported. You have to leave.
Yeah. Well,
that's what Trump is talking about too. They make it sound like they're going to be scooping up families and all of. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
They're going after people that already have a warrant for their arrest.
Yeah. People who had every chance and opportunity to come to court and state their case, and they did not. So throw them out. I'm with you. All right. Thanks for the call, Jimmy. Appreciate it.
Have a good day.
You too. Take care.
Yeah, bye.
Paul from Paradise, California. Go ahead, Paul.
Hey, Gary. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
We have a large signal here, don't we?
Go ahead, Paul.
You do. Well, so I don't know if you've ever looked into the census, the history of the census, but I go to the Mormon library to look up people from the past. I work as a private investigator, and sometimes we have property in California that's been abandoned for 100 years.
Yeah.
I thought you were a Democrat vote registrar for a second there.
And so I go to the Mormon library to look up people to see who their relatives were, to try and link this property that's been abandoned in the state of California up to the family that's still alive. And I'm pretty successful at doing it. So that's what I know about the value of the census.
Right.
Of
and
records.
And even per David, I think David, our first caller, obviously liberal, made a good point. You really do want to know how many people are here. But my question is this. If I'm here illegally, am I even going to answer the door when the census guy comes? I mean, how many of them are we really counting whether there's a citizenship question on there or not? I wonder how many illegals actually answer a census. I wouldn't answer the door if I were here illegally. Sorry, I'm not going to do it.
I work as a private investigator, and in my work, I go knocking on doors all the time. And it's amazing the number of illegals I meet while I'm knocking on doors. Like there'll be an incident happen in a neighborhood, and I'll go knock on doors talking to witnesses. And people talk to me because they know I'm not a cop. I'm just a private investigator.
Yeah.
And just taking notes. And it's amazing the number of people living here from all over the world. That are just living.
Yeah,
some reason.
And isn't that amazing that, you know what, as bad as the media, mainstream media, and the Democrats and the leftists want to say our country is, we've got people all over the world trying to get in here. Boy, we're a terrible country, but everyone seems to want to come in.
Well, yeah, because you can do anything you want to here.
Yeah.
Like, I live in Paradise, a town that was burned down last year, and we're rebuilding the whole town very slowly because there's still just piles of ashes everywhere.
Yeah.
And see, in order to verify who was living in this town before the fire, we had to have had a census.
Yeah.
And so most of the people living in Paradise are actually living here for real. And so they registered to vote and things like that so we can document it.
Well, great call, Paul. I appreciate it. Make sure you're calling again. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. See you, Gary.
Take care. Bye-bye. And we will see all of you on the other side of the break. See ya.
headed somewhere. How do they keep up on the latest news and information? They listen to Wham just like you. If you have a product or business to advertise, your message can reach these listeners wherever they are. People tune to Wham Radio for the latest issues, discussed by hosts like Thayrone X, Steve Gruber, and Joe Pags. Call 734-971-1600 today and advertise with Wham Radio, 1600 AM, 92.7 FM. You'd be insane to be anyplace else.
This is a Fox News alert. I'm Karen McHugh. Hurricane Barry lashing the Gulf Coast with heavy rains and strong winds.
The storm at this point is about 30 miles directly to our west, which puts us on the east side of the storm, which is the dirty side of the storm. That's where the bulk of the rain and the wind, just the nastier side of any hurricane, seems to be on the eastern side of it as it moves along.
Fox's Rob Schmidt in Morgan City, Louisiana. The storm's effects being felt in nearby Bay St. Louis, Mississippi, too.
Some pretty good churn here with the wind picking up. This beach has almost disappeared, but the real story is going to be what you can't see, and that's the rain pretty much steadily falling. The concern is we could see 10 to 20 inches in parts of Mississippi. Now, the governor has already declared a state of emergency. There's a number of shelters open, and they have rescue teams in place, both high water vehicles and swift boats.
Steve Harrigan, this is a Fox News alert.
Your kids have events all summer. Your spouse can't get the same vacation days as you, but you need a getaway. Cut through the hassle of planning a vacation and start a new summer tradition. Don't waste time and gas driving up north. Try local Portage Lake on the Huron chain of lakes in the Dexter-Pinckney area. You can still get to work, but enjoy a quiet change of pace at the lake or relax on a huge deck overlooking the water. Rent a beautiful 2-bedroom house in a peaceful neighborhood and enjoy life at the lake without a 7-hour drive. Weekly rentals begin on Friday evening, limited availability. Visit the website portagelakeplace.com or call Peter at 517-366-8580. It's the affordable place your family will want to stay every year. Amazing fishing along the river, fall colors, bird watching, and in the winter, ice fishing. You'll love the place on Portage Lake. That's portagelakeplace.com or 517-366-8580. A great family vacation spot right here in Southeast Michigan.
Your bridge to recovery and wellness is WellBridge. WellBridge is redefining the rehabilitation and nursing care experience with the most amazing resort-like care facilities you've ever seen. Their driving goal is to provide each guest with an epic experience. And in their pursuit of excellence, WellBridge asks each guest to complete a customer satisfaction survey after their stay. To date, they've earned a satisfaction rate of 100%. Here are some of the comments received. This is my home away from home. This place is outstanding and everyone is super kind. I am beyond pleased with all the care I received. The staff is so passionate for what they do and it shows. This was my mother's 3rd stay here and she always loves it. I've referred this place to many already. My stay has been fantastic. For rehabilitation and nursing care, ask for something epic. Ask for WellBridge in Brighton, Fenton, Novi, and Pinckney. Now looking for talented nurses and certified nurse assistants to join their growing team. Learn more at thewellbridgegroup.com. WellBridge, your bridge to recovery and wellness starts here.
And welcome back to The Drift. Sitting here with Ed Bonderenka and myself, Gary Wellings.
Yes.
Yeah,
a beautiful Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, finally. Summer's here, right? So lots to do, and you wanted to do a spot.
Actually, I closed that up because I sent it to you to do it. But, hey, tonight, folks, at 613 Martin Place in Ypsilanti. Now, that is the location of Community Christian Assembly of God. But put that aside for a moment. We're having a concert in the yard, and it's going to be the Depot Town Big Band. Ooh. And they are a cooking big band. They do swing, they do jazz. I hope they play Summertime, and Fiona sings it. They're going to play Peter Gunn, the theme from Peter Gunn for me tonight. Hey, they play all kinds of good cooking music. I see them every month at Hobbs.
Nice.
And,
I haven't been to Hobbs. We should do dinner there.